My name's Amit Gandhi. One of the great things about me is that I'm very adaptable.
What are you doing now?
I do comprehensive planning, or what I call CALM, C-A-L-M, Comprehensive Assets and Liability Management.
So what are you looking for from one of these individuals up here?
So the primary thing that I'm looking for is, I feel like I've hit a glass ceiling.
Well, I'm just lost on what you need. Other than I get, because you never really said mentorship, you never really said guidance. So
Yes,
I'm
that's
confused
exactly
about
what
what
I'm
you
looking
truly
for.
need.
Yeah, I mean, mentorship and guidance is exactly what I'm looking for.
Are you always this low key?
My name is Cody Askins. I own and operate multiple seven-figure businesses, and this is Agency Investors.
So we're looking for a $50,000 investment for 10% of the company.
The stakes are high and the opportunities are even higher. 5 titans of the insurance industry are here to make or break the dreams of ambitious agents.
Tell me you talked to your partner before you came about specific.
I'm out. Thank you anyway.
Meet Brandon Todd, a risk-taking visionary who revolutionized the insurance industry. Edward Pritchett, a master of networking and recruitment. Cassidy Arbelli, a strategic genius with a proven record of empire building. And Dr. Billy Williams, an analytical mastermind renowned for his ability to identify potential where others see none.
This is the scariest thing I've ever done in my life.
Ooh, my nerves are still just kind of...
Here at Agency Investors, these giants of the game don't just invest in companies, they invest in people.
So you don't need any money?
Oh, no, I got... yeah, I do.
Can I stop you?
Go ahead.
Dude, I love you, Robert. You're driving me nuts.
I'm sorry, let me shut up.
They're on the lookout for the next big thing in insurance. Their time is valuable, and they're ready to invest.
We want to invest. We've got the funds, we've got the resources.
The goal of this is to help you in some way.
I'm ride or die with
I will
this.
give you $1 for 100% of your business, but you can't come with it.
Our entrepreneurs today must impress them, not just with their ideas, but with their drive, their passion, and their willingness to push the limits. This is Agency Investors.
My name is Amit Gandhi. What my pitch is going to be like today, it's just going to be a lot about my background and experience and how I can integrate that and, between mortgage lending, advisory services, financial planning, and, PNC life and health. What I would like to come out with is primarily a network, a way to build my network because I feel like I've kind of hit a glass ceiling. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Great, man.
Good. So my name's Amit Gandhi, born and raised here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. One of the great things about me is that I'm very adaptable. I had gotten my life and health insurance license at the age of 19, shortly after the global financial crisis, right, in 6, 7, and 8. So I had taken a little bit of a hiatus over into banking. And within about 6 months, moved over to the mortgage origination side. And quite frankly, I was about 22, 23 years old, never owned a home or gone through the mortgage process at the time. And I thought it was gonna be as easy as taking a credit card application. Boy, was I wrong. Mm-hmm. And, it's funny, the offer that they had presented at the time, a 3-month guarantee. When, if you guys remember in 2013, HARP came out, it took 9 months to close a mortgage. I was set to fail. But, fast forward 5 years, I was head of builder division, worked directly with our ultra affluent high net clients that had 10 million plus assets under management, did their financing, went from absolutely not knowing a thing about it to full 100. Took that experience along with, what I had learned from the advisory services side. I've got my master's in business administration, along with my undergrad in finance.
What are you doing now?
I do comprehensive planning, or what I call CALM, C-A-L-M, Comprehensive Assets and Liability Management. So it's, you've typically got your mortgage loan originator out there who's trying to get the highest loan amount for the highest compensation, right? But they don't care to look at your assets and your returns or debts or anything like that. And then on the other hand, you have your financial advisor, investment advisor saying, hey, keep all your money with me for the 1.75 asset management fee or whatever it is, right?
Whether they win or lose.
Whether they win or lose, exactly. So I kind of bridged the gap between the two and finding that, going through the mortgage lending process is kind of a window to, of course, you got to give everything, including a pint of blood these days, as they say, right? So a lot of times I'll have a conversation with my clients saying, hey, you know what? There's a lot of things here that we can fix, especially whenever I'm working with the affluent clients. I've worked with a lot of folks with NFL players, NBA players.
You currently have a clientele that you're servicing, that you've built up.
Correct.
All right, and so what are you looking for from one of these individuals up here?
So the primary thing that I'm looking for is I feel like I've hit a glass ceiling because I built a lot of that network whenever I was on the bank side. And then after I had left, and now I'm an independent mortgage broker, as well as a financial advisor as well. So it's kind of the clientele base has shifted, and what I specialize in and what I take a lot of pride in is working with physicians, folks at high risk liabilities, malpractice, things like that, right? As well as folks that are on contract with the NFL, for example, 5 years, and then what happens, right? A lot of them end up not financially managing
Can
the
I
money
help you out
properly.
real quick?
Sure.
You said you're a mortgage broker. I understood that. Do you sell anything else?
Yes.
What are the products that you sell that you earn money for selling?
So there's also I'm a independent agent for life and health insurance. So broker practically all of them there.
So you sell life insurance?
And then
You sell health insurance?
yes,
Medicare?
not Medicare yet.
Okay, so life and health.
Yeah, life and health, ACA, and in addition
Mortgage?
to that, just got I had my PNC license about 5-6 years ago, but I had let it lapse because of the bank side and all that. But actually just reactivated it last September. So wanting to get that going as well because
You're a personal producer, and you're a one-man show, you don't have a
One-man
team,
show.
you don't have a big group, big office.
No.
How many clients do you currently have? Approximately.
Approximately, I would say on the affluent side, or
Total, because I mean, you can.
total, I'd say about say roughly 450 under 500.
Okay. You don't have any of your series licenses or anything like that, right?
No, I've been contemplating on the 65.
Do you have a place that if your clients ask you about that, and do you send, do you refer that to someone else right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Right now, the IMO that I work with currently, it's we get the assets under management over to them, and then at that point, it makes it a little bit easier if we're looking to mitigate risk in their rollover IRA or something.
Gotcha.
Put them into a fixed index annuity or things like that, where they can get safer returns, especially as they get closer towards retirement versus the downfall and having to work at.
Well, back to my original question. So, what specifically are you looking for from someone on this sitting right here right now?
Yeah, do you need money? Do you need what is it that you need? Because
So the main thing that I'm looking for is the network and coachability as well, because I feel like I've hit that glass ceiling.
What's that glass ceiling? What's your revenue
So
this year?
the revenue this year, because I focused on PNC and building that side out, it's slowed down on all other aspects.
That's not the answer.
So in revenues, or are you talking about gross commissions? In gross commissions, across all, I would say, if I were to guess, probably about 50, 60K. So
What about last year?
last year was about 180.
Okay.
Year before, 160. Year before that was 180.
Why is there a continual downtrend in what you earn?
The reason for the downtrend was because whenever I was financial advisory focused, of course, the mortgage side, rates bottomed out, so full focus went
So
there.
you lost some mortgage revenue.
Exactly. So now, which is where the
rates went up.
PNC and
Got it.
everything, so it's kind of, whenever one side's doing well, the other side's,
Where'd you say
declining.
you're
You didn't hit
located?
the ceiling, the floor fell out from under you.
You can see it that way too, yeah.
Who are you appointed with for PNC?
With PNC, it's actually through a few MGAs, like with Agent REO as one of them. And there's a couple local ones here in Dallas, like Combined Group. which the issue that I'm having is that I don't have binding authority with them, which makes it tougher. But another one is a lot of them are MGA based. One that's Austin based as well, where that's probably the only one that gives me binding authority.
I'm going to clear the deck here. I'm hearing a lot. I think you have entrepreneurial ADD. I don't think you have a focus or a vision. I'm hearing a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm not hearing where you want to go, who you want to become, and all of that. And I have enough entrepreneurial ADD myself, so I can't help you there. So for that reason, I'm out.
Thank you.
Well, I'm just lost on what you need. Other than I get, because you never really said mentorship, you never really said guidance. So
Yes,
I'm
that's
confused
exactly
about
what
what
I'm
you
looking
truly
for.
need.
Yeah, I mean, mentorship and guidance is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm sorry, was I using a different word?
I was trying to, I mean, I was guessing from the way you were saying it, that's what it was, but no, it wasn't said like that, and that was my question.
Okay, my apologies.
What do you enjoy selling? You sell a lot of stuff, you know? What do you like selling? What do you sell the most of? What do you want to sell?
I mean, my favorite is comprehensive planning, which focuses on life, IULs,
like IULs and annuities?
IULs, fixed index annuities, things like that help, people protect their assets, because as we know, retirement 401ks are asset protected, as well as.
How are you getting your leads for those clients? I mean, you've built a book of business of 450 clients, which is impressive, and that you're keeping that.
It is.
How are you getting your leads?
A lot of my leads are from prior mortgage clients, and before that, it's also just campaign drips. Some through Facebook ads, but of course, no one's looking for financial advice on Facebook unless
No, if they are, they shouldn't be.
Yeah, exactly.
We generate retirement appointments of university employees
403Bs
that are not K through 12, that are looking to retire and looking to talk about retirement benefits. We have 91 active advisors on this retirement program. Top advisor made 117 grand last month from these appointments with a 93% show rate, and they're working well for those that understand that market, which just seems like where you want to be, which is cool.
That is tax sheltered annuities, plans, 403Bs.
You seem really
401ks.
intelligent. Like, I don't understand most of that, but you clearly do. Like, I can tell you're really sharp, well-dressed, really intelligent.
Thank you.
You do struggle to get your point across clearly, right? Which you're working on. But I think that's some good advice though too, because when you're selling, people have to understand,
right?
What is this dude trying to sell me, right?
I mean, I definitely understand the business idea of just wanting to be that person to really be able to provide everything to help somebody with their financial planning, their risk management, all of that. And I think that's great. Then you need to build a brand that way, and that's what it is that you're offering, a full-blown agency that can offer all those things. But I do think in order for you to be able to do that, you'll either have to duplicate yourself and get some help and maybe some specialized agents in those areas, maybe outsource some things, and then focus solely on bringing in the business and training those people to help with that bigger financial planning type thing. Or you need to focus right now on one product, one lead source, generate some revenue so that then you can maybe
I agree
go
100%.
into expanding that instead of trying to get all of it at once.
Right, I agree 100%, because there was one point where I was, that's exactly where I was focused, where I was originating, and the revenues from origination were going into the other side of the practice, right? But it's more of a it's more of a time game as well. I mean, you can have 50 in the pipeline, for example, on an IUL, but if there's a medical issue, things happen where there's a lot of fallouts and whatnot, right? Yes, to what you're saying.
The other thing I would also recommend, if you're someone that really enjoys doing the whole picture, I know this is going to sound so counterintuitive, and I'm going to get some crap for it from people watching. But
Maybe from us too.
I started at State Farm, and we did loan originations, credit cards, vehicle loans, life, health
Before
products.
US Bank came
You
in,
should
right?
add car sales.
I was going to say, if that's something you enjoy doing, you might be better off maybe even going captive into the insurance industry, because they offer all these products, and what they try to teach you and train you on is doing those financial reviews and doing those insurance, appointments where you're really supposed to look at the client's entire picture and build a relationship
CNA.
that lasts a lifetime. And so if that's something you really enjoy and it's a passion of yours, there are going to be limitations to what you can do as opposed to being a broker, excuse me.
Like IULs.
But you could, you could build a massive business that has more authority there that'll get you jump started and be able to let you do what you like doing every single day. I don't know, it's just an idea, but.
And that was one option that I considered early in my career, specifically with State Farm as well.
You could, you can go
I
and
did the business plan and the whole 9 yards with them, and I went all the way through with them. But the captive part was a part that kind
bothered you?
Yeah, exactly. Because I was previously with Northwestern Mutual in the past as well. My dad's with New York Life, but he's independent as well now. He's heavy in the ACA market.
It's rarely a long-term option unless someone moves up into management or leadership and earns like a big old fat salary.
Right.
You'd be surprised leadership doesn't make even half the amount of money that agency does. But there are massive bonuses in the captive world on the financial service side.
Right, with the buckets and
you can make
things
$500,000 just in a bonus a year on financial services in the captive world, and then you build the PNC, which is your residual bread and butter. So it just depends. I was just curious, that you never know. I mean, people make a crap ton of money in that.
I agree.
Yeah, they do. I mean, my dad earned $800,000-900,000 a year on the captive side.
Well, not just that, but some people are better employees than they are leaders.
True.
Okay.
Especially leaders of themselves as entrepreneurs.
Some people just are not good at managing themselves. And the fact that your money has been going down every year and then you cut your own money to focus on PNC, but you're not really selling PNC, right? You just got licensed and got everything kind of set up to sell PNC.
Well, I am. So it's a slow process, but I am writing policies on PNC, especially with my mortgage clients that are shopping for homes that are closing. Hey, you know what? We're gonna get you quoted along with it. Post closing. Hey, we need to talk about mortgage protection for immediate term life. Things like that. Because back whenever I was at the bank side, they always said a mortgage product ties in with 6 other products because the checking account comes free, the savings account comes along with it, the debit card, those additional sales, which is the same concept that I'm leveraging here when it comes to the mortgage piece. But in a matter of time, slowly the mortgage side is going to, phase out over time.
Do you have access to capital at all? To, buy
because you never asked for money. You just said you needed mentorship and guidance, right?
Based on everything you're saying and I think you should go buy a PNC agency. You can do it for a lot less money and creatively than you think too. And then you have a book of business and cash flow to start working to as well. If you like that model, I don't know. I would much rather buy it than build it on the PNC side personally.
You'd also be able to get appointments for PNC a lot easier if you had.
Right, like with a lot of the bigger ones that require minimum productions and things like that. Yeah.
Are you always this low key? Like, is this your personality, or is that just here for the cameras?
Is that why you named part of your business Calm?
Or are you yeah.
Well,
you named part of his business Calm.
The plan, the Calm plan.
The strategy of it, yeah.
No, but for high net worth individuals?
Yeah, and I get that, which is why I'm like, why is he chasing? If this is your personality and you're calm and you're smart and all that, why are you chasing PNC? Do you just have money? Like you need to make money?
No. I think the reason why with PNC is one of the biggest things that I would see a lot of times is whether you're on the mortgage side or in any transaction. For example, in a mortgage, you've got the title company, you've got the insurance agent, you've got the financial advisor, you got all these other voices there. And the more that you can minimize those voices can help in terms of conversion, which I think is huge.
He wants to be a one-stop.
What do you want to be? Do you want to be a mortgage guy?
So I like when he said Calm, that comprehensive assets and liability mitigation, that resonated with me. So I have a division of my company, and we locked down a website, Bulletproof Retirement. And what we're doing in Bulletproof Retirement, the whole ideal is to create an ecosystem where we're bringing in middle to high net worth clients that are not just looking to get their life insurance taken care of. They want to make sure retirement is taken care of. They want to make sure their taxes are taken care of. How are their trusts set up to mitigate tax liability?
With the fiduciary responsibility.
With the responsibility, like we have the RIA that, you know, with their AUM that they do want to invest in the market and take a little bit more risk where they can do that. So I love that. I think you have a kind of an ideal of that. What I've found over the last 6 years as we've developed it, like it takes time and it takes a lot of mistakes being made to get it to the right point. And that's right here when he's like going to PNC to like try that as an add-on. And I understand the struggle that you're going through. So what I would say, like for me, an offer that I would make to you is I would love to put you in contact with the head of that division for us. I've been working with him. His name's Martin Goldman. We've been working together now for 5.5 years. And he has locked down our systems, and he's out there producing, and the goal is to help other agents be able to do very much the same thing. Now, I don't know how closely we would work together, you know, given your current setup and your current structure, and we could discuss that, but I would definitely make the offer of, let's have another conversation. And let's put you in touch with someone who's doing much of the same that you're doing and have two like minds meet. And it's funny, you remind me, like he's this like just cool, calm, and collected guy all the time. You can never ruffle him. And he's totally smart, you know, like Columbia.
That's what you want in someone who's helping you with retirement planning.
And I think the two of you would click very well. So if you're open to that, that would be my offer. The only offer I can make based on what you're asking is to connect the two of you. If something works out where you can actually work together with him, with myself, great. If not, I think it's gonna give you at least an idea of what we've been able to build over 6 years and some ideas that you might be able to take and use from there.
Sure.
So that would be my offer.
So you're out?
I'm out, yeah.
I'm out.
I'm out.
So we're gonna set up a call?
Let's do it.
All right, let's
All
go.
right, awesome.
Let's go.
Thank you so
Good.
much. I think it went excellent. A lot better than what I had anticipated.
Obviously, he gives across the air of someone who is a professional in that realm. And that's what I'm saying, like what the people who exceed production standards in the high net worth clientele with life insurance and annuities, they have that kind of personality.
I think one of the things that definitely resonated was, you know, of course, the fact of, you know, there are multiple buckets that I'm focusing on, which is a great, you know, great strategic way of going about it, but there's definitely some fat to trim out of it.
He needs a mentor or like, I guess whatever, I don't know what group he's working with, but no one's directing him. They've just said, hey, here's some contracts, do what you want to do, and that's what he's doing.
Especially
he's doing
when
what
he
wants to do.
speaks, he sounds like he knows what he's doing, so they probably just thought he would kill it and run with it.